Shubhodayam, Namo Namaha, Andariki Namaskaramulu. Today is the 9th day of our lectures on Sanatana Dharma as part of certificate course on Sanatana Dharma. First 2 days we had introduction to Sanatana Dharma and Vedas. After that we had Vedas and Vedangas by Dr. Krishna Murari Tripathi from Banaras Hindu University. And after that, we started with Upanishads by Dr. CSR Prabhu, who is our academic director, course academic director of this course. He has covered 2 Upanishads with the introduction before that. Isha Vyas Upanishads and Jana Upanishads yesterday. Today is the last day of a session on Upanishads. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to have Darshanas. After that, Vimana Sastra from him. And we will start with first Vande Mataram. Then we will do Prarthana. After that, the dais will be handed over to CSR Prabhu for conducting the webinar. So let's have Vande Mataram. All of you please stand up, mute your mics, and then sing Vande Mataram along with Challa Chitti Babu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Subhajyotna Pulakitayaminim, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim, Suhasinim, Sumadhura Bhashinim, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Dhanyavadaha. Dhanyavadaha Challa Chitti Babu garu. Now let's have Prarthana by Janalagad Satyavati ji. Please unmute yourself.
1 minute meditation. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पता नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सदा ननम्। ॐ महागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती भारती पूर्णेन्दुबिम्बानना असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः हरिः ओम्
धन्यवादः Satyavati ji. Now I'll request CSR Prabhu garu to start his webinar.
भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Friends, today we'll be covering the Mandukya Upanishad, which is the most fundamental requirement for Brahmajnana or Atmajnana. We have no time to cover other important Upanishads like Taittiriya Upanishad or Mandukya Upanishad or Aitreya Upanishad or Brihadaranyaka Upanishad or Svetasvatara Upanishad. Each one of them has their own profound importance. Why I chose Mandukya Upanishad is because it is central to the theme of Advaita Siddhanta delivered by Adi Shankaracharya, our Guru. And that Advaita Siddhanta has been taken out from the commentary to Mandukya Upanishad by Gaudapada. Gaudapada was the teacher of Govinda, who is the teacher of Adi Shankaracharya. So Adi Shankaracharya has not developed Advaita on his own. He has taken out from the Gaudapada Karika to Mandukya Upanishad. Hence the importance of Mandukya Upanishad. So the Mandukya Upanishad is defining the nature of the self, the nature of Brahman, and the nature of Omkara. What is the connection between self, Brahman, and Omkara? Om Ityedaksharam Idagam Sarvam. Idagam Sarvam. This universe, the nature around you, all that put together is one single syllable sound, that is Om. Om it ekaksharam idagam sarvam. Om it ekaksharam. Om it etadaksharam. Sarvam. Tasyopakhyana bhavad bhavishyaditi sarvam onkara eva. Yad bhutam bhavyam bhavishyati tad sarvamapi onkara eva. So whatever is present today, right now, the universe which you are able to observe, feel, experience, enjoy or suffer, and whatever universe which existed till now before this moment, Bhuta, and whatever universe that exists after this moment, Bhavishya, Tadapi Onkare. All that is nothing but Onkara. Then what about anything that is transcending the Trikalas? If anything exists that is beyond the present, past and future, that is also Onkara. Yachapi, Anyat, Trikalaatitam, Tadapi Onkara eva. If anything exists beyond the three times, of course, in our knowledge, it doesn't exist. Because in our knowledge, whatever is there, present, past, and future. Correct? If there is anything that exists beyond the three kalas, yadyapi trikalaatitam, tadapi onkara eva. So, sarvam hetat brahma. Sarvam hi etat brahma. Everything, this in front of you, this universe, is Brahman. And now the most profound Mahavakya that comes in here, Ayam Atma Brahma. The self is Brahman. Also, Ayam Atma Chatushpa. This self means you, I, each one, I, the I-ness. That I is Brahman and it has four parts. Chatushpa, four legs, or it comprises of four aspects, four parts or four legs. Jagarita sthano bahiprajnaha saptanga ekonavimshati mukha sthola bhagvaishvanara pradhamapada. So the first part is the manifest universe, which is experienced or observed to exist in the waking state. Jagarita sthanaha. We are all right now in waking state. About 1 hour back, we were in a different state. And before that, we were in a different state. What are those states? We were in dream state and deep sleep state in addition to waking state. So we are shuttling between the three states, the waking state, the dream state, and the deep sleep states. Sushupti, Jagarita, Swapna, Sushupti. In the Jagarita sthana, Bahiprajnaha, we are extroversial. Our consciousness, our awareness, prajna, is external, extroversial. It is drawn to the external, extroversial world. Bahiprajnaha, Saptangaha, Ekonavimshati mukha, Sthula Bhagvaishvara, Pradhamapada. So the external universe which you are experiencing in your waking state is valid, real, true, only in the waking state. And it comprises of 7 parts and 21 phases. What are those 7 and what are those 21? I cannot tell you now. It is not given here. Basically, it is the various aspects of external experiences in the waking state. Bahiprajnaha, Saptangaha, Ekona Vimshati Mukha, 19 phases. Now, let us say there are all different classifications of the external experiences. The important point to note is that during the waking state, there is no dream state, nor there is any deep sleep state. So whatever happened in the dream was a fake, was a fooling process, was a cheating process with respect to the waking state. It is like a movie which appears to exist, but it does not exist. In deep sleep state, whatever happened is also not relevant because nothing happened possibly there, or something happened, we don't know. But we know that we slept happily. I slept happily. I came out happily. Like that you may feel. But except that you don't know anything of what happened in the deep sleep state. So with respect to the waking state, the deep sleep state also is non-existent. In each of these 3 states, the other 2 states are non-existent. They are invalid, fake, false, unreal. In deep sleep state, whatever you have experienced in the waking state and the dream state don't exist. They are fake, they are unreal, they are not there. So in Jagarita Sthana, Swapna Sthana and Sushupti Sthana, each avastha is creating its own experience of valid knowledge as pramana, and the knowledge acquired in the other 2 states are dismissed as invalid or irrelevant or not to be considered. This is an important point to note. So whatever statements or conclusions you may draw on the ultimate truth or the absolute reality has to be based on this fact that the reality in one avastha is unreal in the other avastha. Each avastha is having its own domain of reality. It's a very profound issue. Please, I hope you are able to understand what I'm saying. So that itself shows there is something wrong. Because if we are talking of a single absolute reality, it should be there always, but it is not there. Different realities are appearing at different times. So which is the real reality? That question arises. Now, Swapnasthano, in the dream state, Antah Prajnaha, your consciousness, your intelligence, your awareness is internal. It is not external, right? Saptangaha ekonavimshati mukhaha pravibhaktaha Tejaso Dvitiyaha. That in the dream state is known as Tejasa state. You have a name, Tejasa, in that state. In the waking state, it is Vaishvanara. That means Vishva. And similarly, in the deep sleep state, Yatra Supto na kanchanam kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pasyati tat sushuptam. So in sushuptam, the deep sleep state, you have no desires, you have no recalling of any experience. And Sushuptasthana eki bhutaha, you are alone, you are by yourself. Nothing is there. Prajnana ghanaha, you are in deep engrossment of your own prajnana consciousness. Anandamaya. But you are in Ananda because when you wake up, you do recall, what a sleep I had. I had a good sleep. And if you don't have that good sleep, you can imagine what will happen when you take an overnight bus or watch movie whole night. What will happen to you after that? So the deep sleep is essential for your survival, existence, and you feel only thing you can recall is that I was happily sleeping. Anandamaya. And repeat, what is deep sleep? Yatra sushupto na kinchana kamam kamayate, na kanchana swapnam pashyati. No desires, no experiences of the external world, and no dreams also. Na swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam. That is called sushupti. And sushuptasthanaha eki bhutaha. You are alone. Prajnana ghanaha. Your intense prajnana, that is nothing but deep, thick, dense self consciousness, awareness, intelligence. Anandamayo, Anandamaya. You are in the Ananda. Atmanandam. Nothing is better than that. So, having Ananda is the best experience you can ever think of. Ananda Bhuk. You consume Ananda. Sukha Prajnaha. You have felt Sukham, happiness, pleasure, enjoyment. Where? Only in deep sleep. Of course, you may say you may get Sukham while eating ice cream in the waking state. But that is very, very trivial and very, very short-lived. And it can turn into unpleasantness also. Whereas the Sukham in Sushupti never turns unpleasant. It is always pleasant. Therefore, it is the Sukham. That is Tritiya Pada, third part. Esha Sarveshwaraha, Esha Sarvajnaha, Esho Antaryami, Esha Yonis Sarvasya Prabhavasya, Yohi Bhutanam. So, that entity which is shuttling between the three and experiencing Sukha Ananda in the deep sleep state is now the Upanishad says that is Sarveshwara. Esha Sarveshwaraha, Esha Sarvajnaha. It also says is Sarvajna. Esha Antaryami. He, that or he is resident inside. Esha Yonis Sarvasya. Because the birth spot of the entire universe. Prabhavasya hi bhutanam, the birth spot, the cause of the genesis, the origin of the creation of all objects. It's amazing to hear this statement that this self, which is shuttling between the three states and experiencing Ananda only in deep sleep, it itself, I am Atma Brahma, is Brahman. By definition, Brahman. Mahavakya, I am Atma Brahma has been told, and he is also telling, Esha Sarveshwaraha, Esha Sarvajnaha, Esha Antaryami, Esha Yonihi Sarvasya, Prabhavapyaya Bhutana. Now, if you want to challenge this position, you can challenge the Upanishad, not me, because I am only explaining the Upanishad, reading the Upanishad. Now, Gaudapada gave a karika, which is also produced along with the Upanishad in all the texts, is so important. I will explain what he has explained as what has been told in the Upanishad till now. Pahiprajyo vibhur vishwo hi antaprajyastu taijasah Ganaprajnastatha prajna eka eva tridha smritaha. Only one is becoming these three different things. You know, it is like we call, when we love our child, we call that child with many names. The same child, same person. All the three states he goes through. Dakshinabhimukhe vishwa manastasya tejasah akashe cha hriti prajnah tritha dehe vyavasthitah vishwo hi sthula bunnityam tejasa pravibhakta ananda bhukta tadha prajnah tritha bhogam nibodhati. Bhogam, the enjoyment of this self. Ananda in deep sleep. And Vaishvanara, Vishwa, that is the external universe in the waking state. And as I told you, the reality in one state is unreality in other states. So the universe about which science and all subjects talk about does not exist. Please note, it does not exist in deep sleep state and in dream state also. It is as invalid as dream is in waking state. So the experience of the universe in the waking state is as invalid as dream in waking state. Because in dream state, the external universe experience is invalid. In waking state, the dream experience is invalid. In the deep sleep state, both of them are invalid. So what is experienced in deep sleep is alone true, and that is just Ananda, Atmananda. Prabhava sarvabhut bhavanam satomati vinischaya sarvam janayati pranascheto amshun purushaputa vibhutim rasavantyanche manyante srishti chintaka swapnamaya swarupeti srishtiranyir vikalpi. So on the question of the validity of the real world of experience in the external world during universe, during waking state, he says some people are equating to dream state. Yadha nidraya Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pasyanatmani mayaya bahirivodbhutam yadha nidraya. Just as in dream, the whole universe appears external to yourself. You are enjoying, experiencing, suffering that particular universe of that particular dream on that particular night. In the same way, this universe, which is apparent to be real and true and all that and all that and all that for each person at different times, is appearing to be true and real and valid and very strongly felt. And then you start doing things in reaction to it, is equally invalid. That's what some people say. That's what Gaudapada says. Samsara swapna tulyohi ragadvesha adisankulaha swakale satyavat bhati. This is Shankaracharya prabodhe asatya bhag bhave. In its own time, swakale satyavat bhati appears to be real. Yesterday also we discussed this. So there was a question, I answered it later. The maximum validity given to Maya is practicality. In practice, the so-called reality in the waking state is valid, not in the essential truth. We have established it yesterday, this fact that Jagat is Maya in the waking state. Now, here we are not discussing what is Maya, but we are talking of the validity of the reality experienced in three different states. The first point is each state is independent, and in its state, the other two states are invalid, they don't exist, and whatever experiences were obtained in the other two states are invalid and cannot be accepted as real. So, in its own time, whatever experience of the reality is done, that alone is said to be true. Ichhamatram Prabhu Srishtihi. This universe is created out of a desire. Kevalam Ichhamatram Prabhu Srishtihi. Srishtau Vinischita Kala Prasutim Bhutanam Manyante Kala Chintaka. There are time thinkers who think that it is all a play of time. He is giving different perspectives on this question of what is reality. Bhogardham Srishtritanye Kridardhamitcha. And some people say this universe is meant for enjoyment. And some people say it is for a game, a sport. Kridartha. Devasyeva svabhavoyam aptakamasya kaspruheti. Now, the important point is we all know that this universe is a game, is a sport, is a play of the Lord. But here the Upanishad says, this self itself is that Lord. Esha Sarveshwara. Sarveshwara himself is this self. Now coming back to Upanishad, Nanta prajnana bahi prajno bhayata prajnam prajna prajnana ghanam na prajnam na prajnam adrishtam avyavaharyam agrahyam alakshanam achintyam avyupadeshyam aikatya prachayasaram prapanchopashamanam shantam shivam advaitam chaturdham manyante atma savijneyaha. Now the fourth. We have finished with three. There is a fourth state being referred, which is known as Turiya, and which is neither extroversial nor introversial, na antaprajna, na bahiprajna, na prajnana ghana, nor like in deep sleep, in its own dense experience of the self. Na prajnam, na aprajnam, not even it is aprajna. Not that prajna is not there. Obviously, it is adrishtam, it cannot be visible. Avyavaharyam, it cannot be handled in practical life. Agrahyam, cannot be grasped. Alakshanam, no qualities or attributes. Achintyam, cannot be thought about. Avyapadeshyam, Aikatmya Prachayasaram, Prapanchopashamam, Shantam, peaceful. It is at the stage of calming down the universe, and it is one single self. Please note this point. Ekatmyam. Now we have been talking about many individuals having many different dream state, deep state, and waking state experiences, the selves. But now it is said, Ekatmyam, one single. All these are only one, though they are appearing to be different. We have discussed this earlier also. Like you take any other instance, like suppose you take water in a glass, water in a river, water in a tank, water in Gangotri, water in Gaumukh glacier, water in Manas Sarovar. All these waters are different or same. They have different contamination, but water is the same. Similarly, Akasha space in my room here, in space in your room there, and space in Putin's room, space in Zelensky's room, and space in Biden's room. Is it all different or same? It appears to be different. It has different contents, different locations, but space is same. In the same way, You can talk about Prithvi, Apa, Vayu, everything. So similarly, Atman also, this Atman, that Atman, that Atman, that Atman, shuttling between three states, and also has a fourth state, and that Atman has to be one, because the qualities, attributes are same, being Nirgunam, Nirakaram, Nirvana, and nobody can say I don't exist. It exists. Sat, Chit, this conscious, and is Ananda, Satchidananda. So the self, the Satchidananda, Atma, in me, in you, and in everything. That is Chimalo, Brahmalo, Shiva Keshavadulalo. The whole universe in so many items, that self has to be one. Ekatmyatattvam. Pratyaya Saram Prapanchopashamam Shantam Shivam. Shivam means Kalyana Swarupam, blissful, Advaitam, non-dual. Chaturdham Manyante. I don't know how people say Dvaitam, because it's clearly mentioned Advaitam here. The Shruti can never be wrong. Shruti Pramana. Manyante sa Atma sa Vijñeyaha. So that self has to be understood, has to be known. Savijñeya. This is the Shruti, the sum and substance of the entire philosophical knowledge. You are free to give it up or escape, or you are welcome to understand it and achieve liberation. Now I will read the Gaudapada Karika for this portion. Nivrittai sarvadukhanam ishanah prathamabhyaha advaita sarvabhavanam devas turyo vibhuk smrutaha karya karana baddhauta vishyete vishwatejaso prajna karana baddhastu dvautau turyena siddhyataha. In the first two states, the Vishwanara waking state and the dream state, the experience is bound by karya karana sambandha, cause and effect relationship, not in deep sleep state. Prajna karana baddhastu, only karana, there is no karya. You are in karya. That's why in the Vaiseshika, karana bhavat karya bhava, not karya bhavat karana. Karana can exist without karya, but karya cannot exist without karana. In the waking state and dream state, both karya and karana exist, because without karana there is no karya. Whereas in deep sleep state, only karana exists, no karya. Karya and karana baddhote vishyete vishwatejaso prajna karana baddhastu dvautau turyena yijjataha natmanam naparamscheva na satyam chapi chanrutam prajna kinchana samveti turyam tat sarva druk sada. So in the Turiya state, the fourth state, there is no karya karana. Dvaitasya tulya samhayo prajna turyayo bija nidrayuta prajna sa turyena vidyate swapna nidrayuto vadyo prajna swapna nidraya nidram neva swapnam turye pashyanti nishchita anyada anadi mayaya sushto yada jiva prabudhyate ajam anidram aswapnam. Now he is talking of Maya. Who is talking? Gaudapada is talking of Maya. Anadi avidya. What is avidya? In fact, Gita also says, Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratchaya. So my Maya, the Maya which is Anadi, beginningless, endless. Because of that, Anadi Mayaya Supto Yada Jivaha Prabudhyate. This Jiva who is sleeping due to Anadi Maya, when he wakes up, Ajam Anidram Aswapnam Advaitam Buddhate Tatha. Then he will realize his true nature of the supreme consciousness, cosmic consciousness. Prapancho yadi vidyeti nivarteta na samshayaha maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. Very profound statement. whether this universe exists or it gets withdrawn. The whole thing is Maya Matram Idam Dvaitam. The duality itself is Maya Matram Advaitam Paramardhataha. So in practice, we live in the ocean of Maya. We are operating within Maya. So within Maya, all this is true. I am speaking, you are hearing, this happened, that happened. So and so said this, so and so did this. And then there is a fight and there's an argument and there is all kinds of things happen within Maya, please note. But beyond Maya, it is just Advaitam, one single entity. Paramarthataha, in Paramartham, in the ultimate truth, is Advaitam. Vikalpo sanivartedi kalpito yedi kenachit upadeshadayam vajo jnate dvaitam na vidyate. Dvaitam na vidyate. In the ultimate reality, duality or multiplicity does not exist. This is the statement of Gaudapada, who is the propounder of the Advaita Siddhanta from the Mandukya Upanishad. You can understand the profound importance, most profound importance of Mandukya Upanishad, on which Gaudapada Karika promulgated, declared and established the entire Advaita Siddhanta, which Adi Shankaracharya utilized to defeat all other contemporary philosophies of his time. Soyamatma Adhyakshara. Now, before I go further, I want to clarify about the Turiya. Some people say Turiya is not exactly a fourth state, but it is only an assertion to say that all the three states are not the real nature of the self, because the self exists independent of the three states, and that existence of the self is called the fourth state, Turiya. That is one interpretation. Another interpretation is Turiya is a fourth state, which is experienced in Samadhi. Like that, another interpretation exists. Whatever it is, the three states and Turiya, fourth state, are explained in the Mandukya Upanishad. Now we go to the next part of the Upanishad. So ayamatma adhyaksharam onkaro adhimatram pada matra matrascha pada akara ukara makara iti. Now coming back to Om. Om has three padas, akaram, ukaram and makar. A, u, ma. So these three combination is Om. Jagrita sthano vaishvanaro akaraha. So what does this akara indicate? It indicates the waking state reality. Jagrita sthano vaishvanaraha. The one who is experiencing the Vishwa, that is the akara, A. And ukaro dvitiya matro utkarshadubhayatvat. Utkarshadubhayatvat. Dva utkarsha vai jnanaha saptat samanascha bhavati. Now, it is referring to the dream state. Sushuptisthanah prajno makaraha. And makara is referring to the Sushuptisthan. Tritiya matramite api apite dva vinoti havaidagam sarvam apitischa bhavati evam veda. It is now, we read the Gaudapada Karika. Vishwasyatma vinikshayam adi samanyam utkatam matram pratipatto syadam asti samanyameva cha तैजस्योत्व उज्ञाने उत्कर्षो दृश्यते स्फुटं मात्रा सुप्रतिपत्तौ स्यात् आरभृत्यधाविदं मकार भावे प्राज्ञस्य मान सामान्यमुत्थितं मात्रा संप्रतिपत्तौ तु लय सामान्यमेव च त्रिषु धामषु यत्तुल्यं सामान्यं वेत्ति निश्चितः तपूज्यः सर्वभूतानां वन्द्यश्चैष महामुनिः अकारो नयते विश्व उकारश्च तेजसं मकारश्च पुनः प्राज्ञं नामात्रे विद्यते गति. So all the three put together is Om, which is the fourth. So it is all three put together and transcends it, and is the true identity of the self. Amatras chaturdho anyaha anyavaharyah prapanchopashamaha. So amatra, that is one which is combining all the three and transcending it, is prapancha upashamah shivaha advaitah evam omkara atma eva samvishat atmana atmanam evam veda ityupanishad. Omkaram padasho vidyat pada matrana samshaya omkaram padasho jnatva nakinchidapi chintaye. So once you understand what is omkaram, you don't have to think anything else. You meditate on omkaram. And when you meditate, chant and deeply get absorbed, lost in omkaram, yunjita pranave chetaha pranavo brahma nirbhayam. You shall practice meditation, yunjita yoga, dhyana on omkaram. Pranavo brahma nirbhayam. Pranava, omkaram is Brahman itself, fearless. Pranave nityayuktasya na bhayam vidyate ekvach. A person who is always in pranava sadhana, omkara sadhana, is freed from all fears. In fact, the greatest of all ashramas, we have the brahmacharya, vanaprastha, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa. So, which is the mantra recommended for sadhana for the sannyasis? Only pranava mantra. So all the sannyasis, they are supposed to chant japa, dhyana, homa, everything for Om, because Om ityedaksharam brahma. Yunjita pranave chetaha pranavo brahma nirbhayam pranave nityayuktasya na bhayam vidyate kvachit pranavo hi aparam brahma pranavascha parasmrutaha. Pranava is Brahman, pranava is transcendental, apurvo antaro bahyo aparah pranavo avyayaha. Inside, outside, everywhere, everything. Pranava, Om is avyaya. Sarvascha pranavo hyadi adi madhyas tadhaiva cha tadhaiva hi. Evam hi pranavam jnatva ashrute tadanantaram pranavam hi ishwaram vidyat. Pranava itself is Ishvara. Sarvasya hridi samsthitam, who is located in the heart of all. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. In the Gita, I live in the heart of all beings, and that is Om. Pranava. Pranavo hridi samsthitaham. Sarvavyapinam omkaram matva dhiro na shochati. So having understood, experienced Sarvavyapinam omkaram dhiraha na shochati amatro anantamatrascha dvaitasya upashama shivaha. And the fourth amatra, the third three matras, avuma, and the fourth is combination of the three and transcending the three, and that is the Lord. Anantamatrascha advaitasya upashama shivaha. Dvaitasya upashamaha, the cessation of duality, the cessation of multiplicity happens in the fourth state, the combination of all the three. That is Shiva. That is, in fact, there is one Omkareshwara. The Shiva is known as Omkareshwara. Shiva, Omkareshwara are one and the same. Omkaro vidito yena samunirnetarojas samunihi sanetarojana iti. He who knows Omkara, he is Muni. He is this sage. So the Upanishad is completed and Gaudapada Karika is also completed. Of course, there is a continuation of the Gaudapada Karika as what is called Vaitathya Prakaranam, explaining Maya for a large number of verses. It is something like 15 pages, 10 pages. He explains what is Maya and Vaitathya Prakaranam. So we have finished the Mandukya Upanishad. It is very, very short. but it is the most profound. And in the Taittiriya Upanishad, just as a passing explanation, Bhrigu goes to Varuna, his father, and asks, what is Brahman? By definition, Brahman is that which from which everything is originating and by which it is sustained and into which everything dissolves. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti yasmin pravishanti tad brahma. And Varuna says, you go and do tapasya to find out the answer. So tapastaptva, first he performs tapasya and comes back and says, Annam Brahmet Vijami. Annam is Brahman because everything is originating from Annam and everything is sustained by Annam and everything gets dissolved into Annam. Then Varuna simply said, he didn't say no, he didn't say yes, he simply said, go and do tapasya once again. So he did and comes back and says, Prano Brahmet Vija, Prana is Brahman. Then again, third time, Mana eva Brahman, mind. Then fourth time, Vijnana is Brahman. Then fifth time, he comes back with the reply, Ananda. Anandev sarvimani bhutani jayante, Anandena jivante, Anand pravishanti tad Brahma. So Anandam is Brahman. So Sat existence, Chit consciousness, and Anandam is bliss. So Satchidanandam is the definition of Brahman, and that is explained as Om. So let us do Om meditation now for a few minutes, and after that we close the session and open it for questions. Take deep breath and produce long Om. Bhadram karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शांति शांति ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति. I finished my session.
धन्यवादः CSR Prabhuji. Now let's have interaction with the participants. Ramani.
Namaste, Guru Garu. When you are telling about A, U, M, and this, you said something, fourth one, Shiva, I was not clear on that fourth one. Can you explain?
Now these three Avuma, you are clear, I suppose. So
yeah,
the combination of Avuma is Om, that is the fourth one. Turiya, the combination, which is not just combination, but it is more than that. So that is total Om, and that is the fourth.
okay. And some people say we should do meditate like Om like that. Is it supposed to be Aum or can it be like Om?
It is same thing. Both are same. It can be Om. That is fourth total. Total plus plus.
Namaskar. Dhanyawad.
Okay. Let's have Dharmendra ji.
Namaskar. Namaskar, Guruji. Sir, in the beginning you have said Jagruta, Swapna and Sushupta. And Jagruta is real, Swapna and Sushupta is unreal. Later on you have said Turiya. Turiya जिसमें मन और मस्तिष्क में कुछ भी नहीं चलता है. You have said that is real, Turiya. If there is nothing that happens in the mind, it's just totally blank, which is Turiya. How can it be a real?
No. It is not like that. Just like, please understand clearly here like this. You see the Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupta, all the three are being experienced by us continuously, one after the other. We are shuttling, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So in each one of them, the other two are false. They don't exist. Yes or no?
Sir,
so now
I have a doubt about it. Everything which is existing is non-existent. Everything which is existing is non-existent. This is all Maya. This is all illusion.
Your voice is not clear. Just listen to me. So what I have explained to you, what is given there. I am not the author of Mandukya Upanishads. So now the Turiya is fourth state, which is all the three put together and transcending it. So Om is A, U, Ma plus beyond that. So that is Turiya. Turiya is Ishvara, Brahman, all that. So in other words, one interpretation we can give is Turiya comprises the reality of the three states plus more than that. So that is Ishvara, that is Brahman. Okay, next.
Okay. Next, Gupta ji.
Namaskar Mahoday. What I understand is, with Om meditation, we can achieve Triyavastha. Am I correct? If so, achieving Triyavastha.
Repeat again.
What I understood is, with Om meditation, we can achieve Triyavastha. And also what I understood is, achieving Triyavastha is getting Mukti. Am I correct?
Yes. That means during that period you are in Mukti. Again, you come back to one of these three states. Okay. Okay. Next.
Okay.
To achieve this continuously, Triyavastha.
No, Mukti, you cannot be in continuous meditation on Om all the time, right? You are going back to Jagrita, Swapna, Sushupti, and therefore you are in ignorance, you are in bondage. So only in Turiya Avastha of Jhana, Onkar Jhana, you can be liberated.
Then how to achieve Dehan Mukti, which you were saying yesterday?
No, that we have already discussed. I don't want to talk it about now. We'll discuss in some other lecture.
Dhanyawad.
Okay. Mutiyar.
Namaste ji.
Yes.
The Om అనేది మూడు మాత్రలనే మనం గృహస్థులు ఓన్లీ మూడు మాత్రలే చెప్పాలి. కానీ చాలా మంది పొడుగుగా చాలా ఎక్కువసేపు చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. అది కరెక్టా?
ఏంటది?
ఓన్లీ ఓం అనేది చెప్పడం అనేది ఓన్లీ మూడు మాత్రలు. అది ఆ టైం
మూడు సార్లు చెప్పడం అనేదా? 3 సార్లు చెప్పొచ్చు, ఇంకా ఎక్కువ సార్లు అయినా చెప్పొచ్చు. ఏమి చెప్పకుండా కూడా అందులో లయమైపోవచ్చు.
అంటే 3 మాత్రల టైం స్పెల్ ఆఫ్ టైము.
అది గ్రామటికల్ గా ప్లుతం అంటారు కదా, హ్రస్వ దీర్ఘ ప్లుతం. 3 సెకండ్స్ అది నంబర్ 3 కూడా రాస్తారు. ఓ అని 3 రాస్తారు. వేదంలో ఆర్య సమాజ్ వాళ్ళ డిస్కషన్స్ లో, వాళ్ళ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ లో 3 అని కూడా రాస్తారు. దట్ ఈస్ గ్రామటికల్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. హ్రస్వం దీర్ఘం ప్లుతం. హ్రస్వం is 1 second, let us say 1 eyelid, and second dirgham is twice and plutam is thrice, because there are 3.
సన్యాసులు ఎక్కువసేపు చెప్పాలి, గృహస్థులు తక్కువ చెప్పాలి.
అట్లా ఏం లేదు. ఇది గ్రామటికల్ గా 3 అని రాస్తారు. ప్లుతం దాని పేరు, యాజ్ పర్ ది గ్రామర్, వ్యాకరణం.
Okay. Can we chant only Om instead of Shiva, Rama, Krishna?
Yes, you can, because all mantras start with Om only. Only Om. Nobody will say Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya is there. Om is there everywhere. That is the first. That is itself is a proof that what comes later is only part of the first. Or without that, later also you can only chant Om. That is good enough. You can. It is free to. You are free to chant any mantra, any devata upasana with Om in the beginning.
ఓం కూడా నియమం ఏమైనా ఉందండి? ఇట్లా ఏ టైం నియమాలు, అంటే అలాంటి నియమాలు ఉంటాయా ఓం చెప్పడానికి? ఎప్పుడైనా చెప్పచ్చా?
Naturally, sattva gunam and purity is required. Otherwise, it will have no use.
Okay. Vinod ji.
నమస్కారం గురుగారు. వినిపిస్తున్నాను. యా, ఇందాక బాబు గారు చెప్పినట్టుగానే సేమ్ అదే క్వశ్చన్ అండి. అదే మీరు ఓం ని ధ్యానించవచ్చు అని అన్నారు కదా, దానికి మళ్ళీ ఏమైనా ఉపదేశం లాగా, ఏమైనా దీక్షలాగా అట్లా తీసుకోవాలా, లేకపోతే ఎవరైనా ఎప్పుడైనా సరే వీలు కుదిరినప్పుడు చేసుకోవచ్చా అలాగా ధ్యానం?
సత్వగుణంలో ఉండాలి, దానికి శుచి ఉండాలి, దానికి ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఆ రూల్స్ అప్లికబుల్ అవుతాయి ఏ ధ్యానానికి. లేకపోతే రాదు.
అంటే ఉపదేశం లాగా అట్లా తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, కంపల్సరీ అని ఏం లేదు కదా.
ఉపదేశం తీసుకుంటే మంచిదే. మీ గురువు గారు ఉంటే ఉపదేశం తీసుకుంటే మంచిదే.
ఓకే, ధన్యవాదములు.
పద్మిని గారు.
ఆన్సర్ నేను ఇంతకు ముందు అడిగింది అదే క్వశ్చన్ అడగాలనుకున్నాను. సో ఐ గాట్ ఇట్.
ఓకే.
అదే అంటే ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ చేస్తే మంచిది అనుకుంటాను ఓంకారం.
సత్వగుణం
బ్రహ్మీ ముహూర్తంలో చేస్తే ఇట్ విల్ బి మోర్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ అనుకుంటున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
రాధే శ్యామ్ మిశ్రా గారు.
जी गुरु जी नमः तुभ्यम। गुरु जी पूछना चाहते थे कि जो सभी जीवों में जो आत्मा विद्यमान है, क्या वो सब एक है या अनेक है, और आत्मा ही क्या ब्रह्म है या सभी आत्माएं मिलकर ब्रह्म का स्वरूप प्रदान करती?
हाँ, आप जो कहे वो सच है। तो सभी आत्माएं मिलके ब्रह्म का स्वरूप है, परमात्मा उसलिए बोलते हैं। और ये ऐसी विषय है कि इसमें अनेक में एक और एक में अनेक इसका लक्षण है। सो एक जैसा भगवद गीता में कहा गया, अहम आत्मा गुणाकेश सर्वभूत व्यवस्थितः अहम आदिंच मध्यंच भूतानां अंत एव च। मैं ही सारे जीवों में आत्मा मैं ही हूं, ऐसा कहा गया है
जी।
तो एक ही होते हुए भी अनेक का आभास हो रहा है। असल में एक ही है, लेकिन अनेक आत्माओं का रूप में विराजमान है। तो ये आत्मज्ञान, ब्रह्मज्ञान, ब्रह्म विद्या जो है, ये मामूली तर्क वितर्क से समझ में नहीं आएगा। तो ये तो मन के अतीत की बात है। मन वो केवल अनुभूति से, साधना से जो अनुभूति होता है उसी से उसका ज्ञान बोध होगा। लेकिन ये सच है आप जो कहा है, हर एक जीव में एक ही चेतना जो है, एक ही आत्मा है, लेकिन उसके वासनाएं, उसके अवस्थाएं, उसके पहचान अलग अलग होते जाता है, क्योंकि उसमें जो कंटेमिनेशंस है वो अलग अलग है। तो जैसा पानी एक ही है लेकिन कंटेमिनेशंस अलग अलग होते हैं हर जगह। तो आप पानी एक होने से गंदा पानी, गंगा नाले के पानी और गंगोत्री का पानी एक नहीं हो सकते। पानी तो एक ही है, लेकिन उसका जो दोष है, कंटेमिनेशंस अलग अलग है। इसी तरह वासनाएं अलग अलग होने से हर एक जीव अपना अपना वासनाओं से अपना अपना अस्तित्व, अपना अपना आइडेंटिटी महसूस करता है। लेकिन आत्मा तो एक ही है, एक ही परमात्मा अनेक आत्माओं के रूप में विराजमान है। ये बोध होना ही ब्रह्मज्ञान, आत्मज्ञान है, मोक्ष का मार्ग है।
धन्यवाद गुरुजी, धन्यवाद।
Okay, let's have Venkateswar garu.
Guruji, namaste. This Turiya state, how to reach Guruji? What is the process of reaching Turiya?
No, Turiya is already there. It's not that you will create it.
Correct.
It is already there, but you are getting caught in these other three states and you are not able to reach. So for that, Sattvagunam is compulsory, and which means Shaucham, Shuchi, etc., etc. And Punya Karma, which will result in that state, various types of sadhana, Punya Karma. So it will automatically come. What is important to realize is that Om, all put together, is Turiya by itself, that is Brahman, that is Paramatma. Now, because it is not experienced so easily, or you cannot even calm the mind, you cannot go to Sattvaguna, you are always in Rajoguna or partially Sattvaguna, partially Rajoguna, etc. Whereas Paramatma Suddha Sattva, Narayana is Suddha Sattva. So unless and until you go to Suddha Sattva level, you cannot experience Narayana, Paramatma. So for that, you cannot go to Suddha Sattva, you can only go to Sattva, because you are caught up in this Prakriti. Narayana is Prakriti Paraha, he is Suddha Sattva, no Rajoguna, no Tamoguna, nothing is there. So you have to go on trying to be in Sattva-guna as much as possible. And to get that intuitive awareness, now the Mandukya Upanishad itself has given that declaration of what is the ultimate truth. And to be able to realize the truth or to be able to experience the truth is the objective of our life.
It's a great process like Guruji. So Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. So the contemplation takes so many years or so many months, I don't know.
But so many lives also.
So many lives. I know this is a basic course, so it's a too much expectation, but it's a big process. Dhanyavad Guruji.
Okay. Okay, Radhe Shyam Mishra ji wants to talk to you again.
ये गुरुजी प्रणाम। अगेन आपको कुछ देना चाहूंगा। ये गुरुजी सत्यमेव जयते जो हमारा एक सिद्धांत है, आदर्श है, हम लोगों ने बना रखा है अपना, जो भारत के राष्ट्रीय आदर्श वाक्य है, हमारे राष्ट्रीय प्रतीक में है, जो 4 शेरों के साथ वर्णित है, दिखाई देता है। तो ये सत्यमेव जयते क्या अवधारणा, ऐसा मैंने सुना है कि मुंडक उपनिषद में ही कहीं है। तो जब इसके बारे में प्रकाश डाले, सत्यमेव जयते मुंडक उपनिषद में कहाँ पर है और कैसे इसकी क्या महिमा है?
नहीं, आज मैं मुंडकोपनिषद नहीं पढ़ाया, मांडुक्योपनिषद पढ़ाया।
जी जी।
तो मुंडकोपनिषद अलग है, उसमें है वो पूरा स्टेटमेंट है, सत्यमेव जयते न अनृतम, अनृत न जयते, सत्यम एव जयते। झूठ कभी भी विजय नहीं पाता, केवल सच विजय पाता है। ये एक छोटा सा कोटेशन उसमें से लिया गया है। मुंडकोपनिषद अलग है, उसमें पराविद्या का डिस्कशन है, बड़ा डिस्कशन। हमारा तो उपनिषद का केवल 3 दिन बचा, तो इतने सारे उपनिषद हैं, हम उसको कवर नहीं कर सके।
जी जी, धन्यवाद जी, धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।
Okay, which are the most important Upanishads? At least five of them.
No, to take 10 of them, that is what Adi Shankaracharya has given commentaries, in detailed commentaries, word to word meaning and word to word commentary he has given. Isha, Kena, Katha, Mundaka, Mandukya, Aitreya, Taitreya, Brahadaranyaka, Shweta, Svetra. So these Dashopanishad they call it. So that is, the commentaries are available. Right now I showed you one book. This book has only first 5 and another 5 are in the second volume. And of course, this is English translation of Shankaracharya's commentary. And many such commentaries are there, and many translations are there into many languages. You can study. It is a lifetime study. Now I am only giving you a kind of a short trip.
Going over the Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad is a very short Upanishad. Only
Yes, but it is the most profound and powerful.
Okay, shortest Upanishad is Mandukya.
Yeah, so to say, yes, but then we have also to read the Gaudapada Karika along with the Upanishad.
Okay. Venkateswarluji wants to talk to you.
Yes.
1 minute. Okay. Uh, 1 minute. What happened? Unmute yourself. Venkateswarluji, can you unmute yourself? Okay. I think Prabhakar Rao ji, our patron HP Rao Garu is with us. Would you like to say something?
There is one more question in the chat box by Ramani Moganti. Karan
Okay.
Babu garu, there is a
Yeah, go ahead.
It says that Brahmi Muhurtam is same time throughout the world. That's the question. For example, people in US or sunrise will happen at 6 to 7 a.m. in winter season. Then what would be the time? I mean,
So normally 3 hours before the sunrise is taken as Brahmi.
Yeah.
But again, sunrise is just Maya, right?
No. With relative, we are living in Maya. We cannot escape Maya. We accept. We play the game. We play the game according to the rules. Yeah.
Acharya, my question is, since we have so many Upanishads, and each Upanishad is independent and it is proclaiming the Brahman. So can we take one Upanishad and dwell upon it and continuously for this life?
Yeah. Yes, you can do. You see, the final objective is to get Brahmajnanam, which is the most secret and most difficult and most rare. So you get it through one Upanishad or another Upanishad, doesn't matter. But this is Shravanam only. Then Mananam, Nididhyasam is there. So the Guru is the key role player. And so you have to get that realization by yourself. It is not going to be coming from outside. It is inside only. So outside you can only get one input, that is Shravanam. Then comes Mananam, Nidhyasam. Whatever I'm in a position to talk today is the result of my past karma or punya karma or sadhana for about 60 years in this life and many other lives maybe before that. I've been brought up in Ramakrishna Math. I've been studying the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita since my childhood. I know the whole of Bhagavad Gita by age of 8 because of my mother. So I have been brought up in this environment, so I am able to talk like this. So it is a question of how much you got into it. It is a question of your environment, also your luck of your parents and your teachers and institutions, how much they are helping you in delving deeper and deeper, and how much seriously you took to go deeper. It's a complex process, but it is not impossible. And so the interesting point here is that it is not something which is to be achieved. It's not like you climb up Mount Everest and go to the top. It's not like that. It is already there. That is the whole point here. So it is already there. It is a question of realization. Next.
Okay.
No, I have given my comments. Nothing is there to talk. He is an excellent lecture. Thank you very much.
Okay. Gangadhar Rao garu.
Many lives can be achieved.
Namaste Mahodaya. Actually, first point is I read it somewhere like the Brahmi Muhurta generally it's hour and a half to 2 hours before the sunrise. I read it somewhere, I'm not sure, but I just wanted to get that clarification on that.
Some people say 2 hours, some people say 2.5 hours, some 3 hours. But anyway, morning 3:30 onwards, Brahmi Muhurtam starts, I guess, to my knowledge.
Okay.
So that is about 3 hours. It depends on sunrise time. 2.5, 3 hours before sunrise.
Okay. The second one is, can you give us the details of the book which you showed, the publications?
No, just go to Ramakrishna Math and ask for Upanishads. You'll get the 8 Upanishads. One book is there.
Dhanyavad Mahodaya.
Some people say this Brahma Muhurta is, if you divide the whole night into 8 parts, 8 Gadias, that is 1.5 hour before that, before sunrise, can be considered Brahma Muhurta.
No, 1.5 hours. No, if we say if 6 starts.
1.5 hours means 1/8 of the night. 1/8 of the night is the concept. Before that is.
Suppose you take 6:30 as the sunrise by chance. Then 1.5 hours is nothing there. You know, it is only 5 o'clock. But Brahmi Muhurta definitely 4 o'clock, 3:30. To my knowledge, 3:30 onwards, Brahmi Muhurtam starts 2.5 hours. It will be there. That is what I heard.
Some places, as the question raised, some places is about 8 o'clock the sun rises. 7:30 it rises. So 7:30 where it is raised, normally this 8 jamul is divided. Similarly, days and night.
We're talking of India at present.
Rendu gadiyal kalam undara is the Brahma Muhurtam ani people say.
Yeah.
I don't know. You may be right.
The Muhurtam, that Jamu Kalam and 2.5 hours is supposed to be the unit.
Rendu gadiyal mundu kalam.
So that is what. Okay, then next.
Okay, now we have completed. In the chart, Venkateswarlu wants to say something. Are you there, Venkateswar garu? Where are you? Raise your hand. Maybe just a comment. Now I think we have completed our interaction. Now we will have Prarthana and then Satyavati garu. Okay. Rambab garu, are you there? Rambabu. I just
It is
unmute.
there.
Yeah. I just unmute. Rambabu. Okay.
Sorry, and the mic problem. Chapandi.
Rambabu garu, can you do prarthana, please?
ఏం చెప్పాలండి గణానాథం
Om Shanti.
సత్యవతి గారు వచ్చేసారండి.
సత్యవతి
She's there.
She's there, but I would like to request
Okay.
Rambabu garu
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
prarthana. Can you do, sir?
లేదు సార్ ఎవరికైనా చెప్పండి.
So you can't do. Okay, Satyavati garu, please.
She has to unmute and start.
ओ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे वै सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शं नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु.
Dhanyavadaha, Satyavati garu. Now we'll have Janagana Mana. I think we'll have a little more time today, another 3-4 minutes. We can stay back and then interact with us.
Namaskaram andi.
Not now. Let's have Janagana Mana first. After that, we will.
Namaskaram andi. నేను ఉంటాను. నాకు ఇక్కడ 10 అయిపోయింది కెనడాలో. 10:30 అయింది.
Okay.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद.
Chala Chittibabu garu, thank you for the songs Vande Mataram and Janagana Mana. I think now those who want to quit, they can quit.
Stop the recording.
Another 3-4 minutes. If somebody wants to interact with their team, they can stay back.
Hello.
Satyavati, are you there?
సత్యవతి గారు ఉన్నారు, అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను, మ్యూట్ చేసి.
సత్యవతి గారు,
చెప్పండి.
I think we will speak later after this.
చెప్పండి.
తర్వాత
I will
మాట్లాడతాను.
call you separately.
అలాగే తర్వాత
Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything? We have still a few more minutes left. I think Rajesh Mishra garu.
Radheshyam Mishra ji, if he is there. Radheshyam Mishra ji, hai aap?
Shashgir Rao,
Radheshyam
Your
Mishra
call,
ji,
just
a minute.
all are unmuted. All
Yeah.
are unmuted. You can open up and then speak.
Right.
You can
राधेश्याम
unmute
मिश्रा
and
जी, आप हमेशा आपका जो पिन नंबर है वो आपका नाम के पीछे में है, वो आगे डाल के आप रजिस्टर कर दीजिए, क्योंकि हर दिन मुझे करना पड़ रहा है वो. ठीक है राधेश्याम मिश्रा जी, सुन लिया आपने? राधेश्याम मिश्रा जी?
No, I think he is away from there.
No, he has raised his hand and he wanted to talk. ठीक है राधेश्याम मिश्रा जी, नोट कर लीजिए, धन्यवाद. So I think Shashgir Rao garu wanted to talk.
Namaskaram Guruji.